Hey everyone, Lone Wolf Jai here, and well, first things first, this video may contain content unsuitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. So let's go ahead and do this here. Collect my daily reward. Now let's get into Salem. It's that time to do a Salem video, so let's get into it here. Alright. So we're still here at the town hall, and we're going to be facing casters and assassins. So I'm going to go with casters on this one. So this one here. Yeah, I've been grinding. I've been using this team right here. I actually got her to her final ascension, but I got to get her to. I want to get her to bond level 5 before I move on to getting characters to their next bond level, and that's pretty close with her. So let's go ahead and the assassin data. Let's do the assassin dailies. Put Neza back in there. All right. So let's get this started. Interesting. Thanks to their capable bodyguards, the Queen's procession easily fended off their attackers. Soon after resuming their journey to Jerusalem, the procession arrived at the Red Sea harbor. The harbor was packed with throngs of camels, and there was a lively din sounding left and right from merchants awaiting ships and cargo. The Queen's caravan raided hundreds of ships, then set sail for the north of the Red Sea. In time, a massive fleet arrived upon the northern edge of the Gulf of Aqaba, a seaport called Ezion-Geber, built by King Solomon himself. The people of Israel were surely taken aback by the appearance of this mysterious queen and the untold wealth she brought with her. This magnificent scene of the Queen meeting King Solomon has been depicted in countless numbers of painted masterpieces. The Queen's procession headed northward over land, their eyes taking in the pastures of the foreign country that surrounded them. Then, at last, they arrived at a point where they could just barely make out Jerusalem's glittering white ramparts. And yet, something seemed to miss. This is ridiculous. I can't take it anymore. You seem upset, my retainer. Yes, Your Majesty, I am. You've been stuck in this village within the ravine for an entire week. If we don't get moving soon, the soldiers and camel tamers will start to get homesick. What say the messengers we sent to her? Okay, let me start that over. What say the messengers we sent to Jerusalem? I sent them countless times, Majesty. I even went to try and negotiate our entry myself. It's just the guards keep inventing reasons to turn us away at the gate. They're hopeless. Even showing them a list of all the gifts we bring for King Solomon has done little more than warrant a smirk. I see. Then perhaps it is time I met with them myself. Tell the caravan to loosen their loads and make themselves at ease. Your Majesty? Your Majesty, please, you mustn't go off on your own. There's a flock of sheep coming this way. All the guards chase them off. No need for that. This is not our kingdom, so we shall be the ones to make way. My, these sheep are nice and plump, and the wool is soft and well kept. This is indeed a rich land. Well now, it isn't every day one comes across such an esteemed noble. Good day to you. Hello, David. Stay back. Who are you? As you can see, I'm merely a passing shepherd, a harmless, friendly young man who enjoys nothing more than singing and dancing. Are shepherds so rare where you come from? No, they are not. I do beg your pardon. You must be the travelers that have been staying here in this ravine. This place is ill-suited to making camp. Have you run into some manner of trouble on your journey? You are quite perceptive, young shepherd, as luck would have it. I see. That is certainly odd. Jerusalem is supposed to be a city of compassion, a place that will open its gates to anyone. How terribly embarrassing that it has been seen fit to reject guests who have traveled from so far away. Can you tell us what Jerusalem is like, young shepherd? What do you think of the gates of great King's city? Well now, I can hardly refuse to answer a question from such a beautiful lady, can I? Your Majesty, please, there are far better ways to pass the time than to come with this ill-mannered youth. What's wrong with it? I'm having a perfectly lovely time. Unfortunately, I haven't been to the city myself in quite a while, but I do hear rumors from time to time. Jerusalem is a city like no other. It is truly the center of the world. Its ramparts stand tall against any threat, and its palace is the height of luxury. I believe its most beautiful feature is the temple its previous king wished to build really, really badly. They say it's a truly impressive sight. I implore you to pay it a visit, sir, yourself, after you arrive, my lady. I think I should do just that. What about the people who live there? Have they no complaints at all? Good question. I suppose I must simply say that it seems the king is doing a superb job. Each and every one of his people speaks of him with reverence, with language as lyrical as poetry. They say that he's a fair and just judge, possessed of true wisdom, that he was born to be the perfect king. Excuse me a minute, I'm gonna get a throat lozenge in my throat to help me do this better. Bear with me for a little bit here. I mean, I could just pause it, but Okay, here we go. True wisdom, but ripe fruit inevitably draws pests. The fruit itself may not be to blame, but alas, there is nothing one can do about the laws of nature. Thus do security and abundance inevitably lead to advance and arrogance. I knew it. Your Majesty? Wait, does this mean the gatekeepers expect us to bribe them? Even after our messengers have long since paid our toll? Well, I'm afraid there isn't much a lowly shepherd like me can do about that. The best I can do is join you in conversation here in the shade for a fleeting moment. Oh, unless you would also like me to play my harp. No, that will do. Thank you, my good shepherd. By the way, I notice a number of your sheep have injured their legs. Could I buy them off of you, so that I may treat my subjects to them? Well, that would be a great help. I cannot think of a more advantageous trade for us both. Oh, right. I just remembered something else that you may find of interest. It is perhaps a bit spooky, but... Hidden gates, you say? That's right. Gates. Jerusalem is a big place, with many people coming and going. As such, the ramparts contain a number of side gates. A holy gate reserved for God, a gate for chariots, a gate for merchants, a gate for slaves, even a gate for shepherds. And while I don't know whether it really exists or not, I've also heard there's a forbidden gate for ruach, or spirits. Ruach, for spirits. They say it's even dark during the day, and that the dead themselves make use of it. It is always closed and barred, and not even the guards go near it. I'm guessing that's where we're heading. Thus did the Queen of Sheba learn the hidden gate into Jerusalem from a mysterious young shepherd. The queen next stole away to Jerusalem in the middle of the night, taking only a select few of her servants. She decided that if the front gates would not be opened to her, then she would simply sneak in the back. None of this is written in Holy Scripture, but please do not call it heresy. No matter how our company may use our imagination to help us bring the story to life, it will do nothing to diminish King Solomon's greatness or the Queen of Sheba's beauty. If the gods refuse this passage, then we shall make our own passage into the city. Ha! As if crossing the great desert wasn't brazen enough. I never imagined you to be so reckless as a queen, or so reckless as a queen. Ah! And here we go. These must be some of the city's guards. This is another trial we must face. If our actions go against the will of God, then this is where our journey will come to an end. Please stand back, Your Majesty. The soldiers will handle this. And here we go into the fight. There we go. Eh. Not a big deal. Okay, someone tells me I'll be having them all at maximum before I get to the final fight. Alright. You know, I told somebody on a Facebook group that I'm part of that this is as a team. So yeah. Ooh, that did not look good. That was not good. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll be able to take it out here. Ooh. Yep, that was pretty... Okay, so we're taking on the caster thing here. Alright. Do my usual. I think I should have done that to the sun song. Oh well.
きらめくぞ。
I think I'll be better off doing that rather than using another ability.
動くな。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。王の話をするとしよう。星の宇宙に物見の腕、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るなり、ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
For now.
どうかな。柄ではないんだけどね。
I might be taking it out with SpongeBob now. Yep, took it out with SpongeBob.
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
Oh, there we go. Bond level 5 for Nessa. Okay, we got a Ghost Lantern. Alright. We're going back to the story. Oh, no, we're going back to the Oh, no, we are going back to the story. And so, the Queen of Sheba's procession fought off the guardian spirits and successfully made their way into Jerusalem. Soon the king learned that a foreign queen had entered the holy city, and the front gates were finally opened. Thus did the parade of camels and ostensibly dressed attendants make their way through Jerusalem. Though the people of Jerusalem were accustomed to luxury, the riches of the queen presented to the king must surely have made even their eyes pop. The lavish spices they brought with them also proved to be incredibly popular, and soon the holy city was filled with their scents. Shortly thereafter, the queen was officially invited to the palace, and at long last granted an audience with King Solomon himself. Oh, geez, and they even used that. How good of you to come, Queen of Sheba. On behalf of my subjects, I welcome you. I extend my hospitality to you and your people. Please stay in my palace. Rest from your journey. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, good King Solomon. Now this moment has come, the fatigue from my journeys has all but vanished. I know who you are. This may be our first time meeting face to face, but I've had opportunities to learn about you. Without fail, the finest jewels and spices brought to Jerusalem come from the southern kingdoms. I have spoken to merchants and travelers about them, interested to know more. They told me a queen from a desert kingdom in the south of the sure eye and a nose for trade. Until last night, my image of that queen was hazy and blurred, like a mirage. But now I see clearly that she is a beautiful desert flower beyond compare. You are too kind, King Solomon. If anything, I am the one in awe of how your grand figure far exceeds the picture I held in my mind. I apologize for the treatment you endured on your journey here, Queen of Sheba. I shall find out how it came to pass, and see justice served should it be necessary. If it please you, I shall give you a tour of the palace myself. If that serves an apology. A tour from King Solomon himself? I can think of no greater pleasure. Of course, the pleasure will be mine, I assure you. The two rulers proceeded to walk around Jerusalem's palace, chatting happily all the while. Everyone the dance performed, the harp songs played, and the dish served was truly exquisite. But the place that the Queen of Sheba was most impressed with was indeed the very building the Good Shepherd had told her about. The magnificent temple of Jerusalem stood even taller than the king's own palace. Atop its great altar, burnt offerings were made to God. There, sacrificed animals and other splendid offerings were consumed by sacred fire. Once these offerings were chosen to become God's food, the frankincense, which would later be chosen as one of the three wise men's gift, was burned like firewood. While bearing witness to these amazing spectacles, the queen casually posed King Solomon a series of questions. Indeed, these very questions were the queen's purpose in venturing to Jerusalem, a quest begun in the hope of raising the king's wisdom, distinguishing his worth, and gaining a true answer to questions she had long pondered. Some scholars say the queen had only 2 questions, while others claim she has had as many as 19. Whatever the number, King Solomon answered each in turn, and the queen marveled at his wisdom. And at that moment, she decided to entrust King Solomon with the 3 most precious riddles she carried deep in her heart. Solomon in turn honors noble guests by having as many retainers line up along both sides of his throne. So began a battle of wits to test the merits of both rulers. There could be no room for failure. As silence hung in the throne room, the audience watched with bated breath. Great King Solomon, leader of the people of Israel, and bearer of boundless wisdom, I humbly request that you answer these questions and share your wisdom with your guests. Very well, speak your questions. There is a room with 10 doors. When 1 door is open, 9 are closed. When 9 doors are open, 1 door is closed. The answer is a person. The room is the womb. The 10 doors are the eyes. Eyes, ears, nose, mouth, navel, and excretory holes. When a person is a fetus, the door to the navel is open. Once they are born, the door is closed forever. O king, you are wise indeed. Speak your next question. Very well, O king. Let me ask you this. These words weigh more than gold or even life itself, and require 4 people to carry them. And yet, their master has never once seen them. The answer is the Ark of the Covenant. The very chest I inherited from my predecessor. It contains the 10 Commandments, the proof of our covenant with God. It is kept in the innermost chamber of my temple, the most holy room that is constantly filled with incense. O king, you are truly a man of wisdom. Speak your next question. Very well then, O king. This is my final question. This ocean is calm. A ship sails forward against the wind. The ship's pilot plots course toward dark clouds. The ship is no way prepared to weather a storm. Let's see. The answer is, hang on, time out. Just give me a second here. Calm ocean, a ship pilot. What's that all about? Hold on just a moment. I can't answer this. Oh yes, great king. Please tell me your answer. What's the matter, Solomon? Hurry up and answer her third question. I'm trying, my script only had 2 riddles. Huh? That can't be right. Wait. I don't see any of mine either. What's going on? I could have sworn Anderson's manuscript had all 3. Huh? What's this? Don't tell me the great King Solomon can't even answer a simple riddle. Well, what say you, your majesty? I followed my script to the letter, okay? I didn't have any response lines in mind either. Damn it, Matahari. I can tell you're enjoying this. Yeah, I've got your press answer right here. Why wouldn't I know it? Solomon knows everything. Please stay in character. That riddle was so easy as is not worthy of an answer. What say you, my trusted advisor? Would you like to answer this one in my stead? You may even just offer a hint if you like. Wait, me? Come on, Ringmaster, help me out here. Senpai! Maybe it's the difference between 2 rulers? Rulers. What say you, O king? A fascinating riddle. It cuts to the very core of our 2 preceptors. If I answer correctly, then Israel will lose a precious friend indeed. The answer is a nation. When a capable sailor takes the helm, the wind may carry him faster than ever. Much as the sea might appear the same everywhere, it is far from a single thing. It is made of numberless droplets all together. Even when it appears calm, its surface hides unforeseeable waves and maelstroms. It is like the grains of sand that made up a desert, like quicksand lying in wait for its prey. Very well then, O king. Where lies the ship's destination? The ship stops for nothing. But it's not a ship that runs from danger, nor one that drifts upon the waves. It is but driftwood that will sink in the fullness of time. The pilot knows that an unavoidable storm is coming, and sounds the alarm. Only a ship that endures tribulation will see the glorious light of day that awaits in the new world. O king, you are indeed a wise leader worthy of this nation. King Sheba, I pray that the Lord our God sees fit to bless you with his protection. You are no mere guest destined to while away her time before my throne. Though your kingdom may be but a mirage that lies to the distant south, I hereby vow to our 2 nations that our 2 nations shall be allies, and you, my friend. You are too kind, O king. I am most heartened that my journey here has proved fruitful. Should you ever be in need of aid, in an even greater endeavor, I shall return from beyond the desert and assist you at the best of my ability. Thus did King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba's battle of wits come to an end. With more awe and respect for Solomon than ever before, the queen set off to return to her home of Sheba. Solomon, in turn, was happy to give the queen exactly the gift she wished for. As for what became of the prosperous desert kingdom, of the bond between King Solomon and his queen, no biblical scholar can say. All we can do now is imagine the fate of the legendary queen for ourselves. Okay, I'm guessing that's it for this one. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Hey, wait, that's my line, Mosh. This concludes the Solaria Company's special performance of Solomon, the Queen of Sheba. Okay, so we're done here on this one. This is going to be going back to the... Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to the wharf next, and it's going to be a no battle fight. But this video has run long enough. Last time I did this, the video was like 30 minutes. So the next video will be just this no battle fight. Until next time, this is Wolf Jay's Game. Thank you all for watching. See y'all then. Take care of yourselves.